I mean, I just don't know what I'm watching anymore. Nothing is happening. Like, stuff is generally happening, but it isn't interesting. I mean, the person we kind of thought was dead is now back, since basically Judgeness is back now. He's got a bow and arrow for some, out of fracking somewhere that had arrows as well. I mean, when in a video game, when you find a bow and arrow, 9 out of 10 times you just find that bow and arrow. You don't find anything else with it, but you just find a pair of arrows with it as well. I was like, where did that come from? And then in the end, he's trying to kill Varkana and Kokoro. I was kind of like, what? What's going on here? Like, explain. This is really, I need some explanation here. Just nothing is making tangible sense. I guess in the end, when Masaki actually kind of revealed her past to everyone else, everyone's all like, oh, okay, well, the guy kind of trying to save you. That's kind of nice of him. And then everyone just changes. Like, everyone just goes to, oh, she doesn't seem too bad. She doesn't seem like a witch. She doesn't really seem like a ghost. Like, she seems pretty freaking cool. The very first thing someone else mentions about Reiji is, it's your boyfriend. And then Mitsumune just goes, I was just like, these characters, oh my freaking god, just please, can someone just drive a massive truck, which actually almost happens, into them, just kill them all, because they just, each one of them just piss me off equally. In fact, they just go 180 constantly, since one point I'm like, yeah, she doesn't seem too bad. Next minute it's like, no, she's a ghost. And another point is like, no, just, no. What are you trying to say? There's a lie, and since basically we find out that actually Masaki was with Reiji being her cousin. They actually went to the Naki village before, so she actually managed to get out, but she doesn't know how. She doesn't know where the exit is. She's basically, at one point, just escaping with Reiji. Reiji saw the monster, started running away, but then she fell on a cliff. When she came to be, she was on the road, I guess, and then, the rest was history. And then everyone's like, oh, okay, that doesn't seem too bad. And then in the end, Mikage's all like, you're lying. And everyone else is like, oh my freaking god, you're right. I was like, okay, and then in the end, basically everyone just turns again. Everyone just turns against her, and yeah, I guess Hayato's was like, my man over there does not deserve this much crap. Like, just leave him alone. Just don't taint his pure soul. Don't taint my husbando soul. And in the end, basically, yeah, the driver, not me, basically actually drives through the entirety of that area where the witch hunt was taking place, and yeah, just kidnaps Masaki and Mitsumune and Hayato, which we actually understand where the name comes from now, because you know his speedster actually means something, because he actually managed to keep up with an effing bus with us kind of like, yes, like, I guess, like, he managed to just keep up with that goddamn bus and not actually in one way fail at all. It's kind of like, this makes no sense. And then in the end, basically, I guess the driver's just like, no, you're freaking ghost, like, show me my daughter. And I was kind of like, god freaking damn it. It's like, I don't care what's happening anymore. I really don't. I guess Kokon and Volkan are just like, yeah, we seem pretty cool with each other. Let's just team up, and Daha's waiting going, no! And then, I'm guessing at one point he's gonna crack, because it seems like he's gonna crack. Like, it just, in his soul, like, he's gonna crack at one point. I mean, no one's died. Like, we don't even know, I mean, Japanese Tupac's there. We're not even too sure he's dead or not. Like, nothing is making sense. Like, in the sense, we thought Japanese was dead. No, he's back with a bow and arrow, so there might be a tribe somewhere that I'm guessing they probably might joined up with. We're not too sure. But it just makes no sense how he got the bow and arrow in the first place. Unless he had the bow and arrow in the first place, but I swear when he escaped in the first place, he didn't have that bow and arrow. So he found that bow and arrow when he fell down that cliff. But then in the end, what happened when he fell down that cliff? Because he seemed pretty deep. Did he actually hurt himself? We're not too sure. But still, I guess, in a way, how the hell did the driver, manage to actually get that bus up on top of the cliff? How do you manage to do that when in theory no one else could do it besides, I guess, him? And that's I don't freaking know. Like, nothing made tangible sense. In the end, basically, everyone's all like, well, actually, you're lying, and maybe the story that was in that book actually makes some tangible sense to your story as well, because, yeah, the story that they found about the missing girl actually kind of matches up with Masaki's story, so, yeah, she's a ghost. But she sees no monsters, though her, like, kind of, because we all know it's, like, mental scarring, and the actual monsters are mental scarring, since the thing that you most fear comes out. So, I guess it's something about her past, but her past was quite tragic. She didn't have quite a nice past. So how in the name of everything that's holy did she not see a monster? It makes no sense. Because unless she has an extremely strong willpower that nothing affects her, she's got to the point where literally I'm like, it's like, just saw my cousin just get decimated. Screw it. Move on. I don't know, because it makes no sense how she just managed to get out of that whole entire situation unscathed mentally and just not see a monster. There's more to that story than we're fracking getting right now, but I mean, Nanko basically being best girl and actually kind of figuring out most of the things with her love handles, which kind of made me realise, I was like, that's one way. That's fracking one way to do it. Look, in larger context, nothing in this anime makes sense. I'm not even too sure if I'm not actually get a proper ending, because we're 8 episodes in, nothing's actually happened. Like, in a sense, basically, everyone else has gone nuts. And everyone else is just sitting there going, constantly. Like, in a sense, when someone says something, they believe that person, and in the end, like, okay, no, actually, not something too bad. And in the end, yes, they're bad. I was like, make up your fracking mind. I was like, do you not like her, or do you like her, or do you hate everyone? I'm not freaking too sure, but still, I'm kind of just sitting here wondering why the hell I'm still watching this, but I don't want to know how it ends. I don't know what happens next. It's one of those animes. It's so freaking bad, but you just want to know what happens next. And it's like Big Order. And in layman's terms, he's acting the same, because they're both so bad, but you just can't help but watching to see what happens next. You just want to know. You just need to know. You need to know the juicy details. You need to know whether or not Volcana and Kokoro are going to end up in the end together. Whether Dahara is actually going to murder both of them because he knows that he can't have his waifu. We're freaking not too sure. I don't even know when Hayato actually might go fracking nuts and start murdering a lot of people, because Mitsumune, his husbando, he does not like the idea that actually he's with someone else. I'm not freaking too sure, but still, I just can't help but not watch. It's something about it. It kind of makes you transfixed into the world just to find out what happens next. All these characters, oh my god, like, I haven't seen characters as worse as these people. Like, none of these characters actually do anything that I'm going to say, oh my freaking god, like, the freaking character of the year over here, like, Sachiko's got, like, something going for her. Like, she's got someone running against it, because, I don't know, but no, none of these characters, like, they're any good. They're just all piss poor. That's what I'm trying to say. All just, oh god, my brain hurts. This is one of those animes I just kind of figure out what the hell's going on. I just can't. I just sit there and go, well, just explain to me, guys, what is going on here, because I have no idea. Because it's like, witch hunt, not witch hunt, witch hunt. Loverporn's like, oh my god, please, can I just kill someone right now? I'm sitting there going, please do, Loverporn, just kill someone, just do something. I'm getting to the point where I just want to see people die now. It's got to the point where I just want to see them die. I just don't care anymore. I just want to see them die. I'm just kind of like, I'm a morbid person now. I just don't know, but this anime is so freaking bad. But yeah. So, with all that said, I've been a driver. If you like, do leave a like. It's something quite a bit. Leave a sub. Do leave a sub. It does something quite a bit. But with all that said, I have been the driver, not the driver in the anime. And I've been that man. So, with all that said, I've been a driver, and I was going to